Hold on, wait. I forgot to tell y'all this. So after we leave his mama house, right? What is this? He had brought back a camera. One single camera, and he was trying to figure out where exactly he wanted to put it so he could see everything. He was telling me that he wanted to bring the camera because it was for security in case we be going to his mama house, or we go out of town, or we go somewhere, so we could see, you know, to make sure ain't nothing going on because my baby daddy. That's what he was saying. But he the only one that had access to seeing what's going on the camera. I tried to get access to the camera, couldn't even get in. I had to tell y'all that. Okay, so he starts working. And I'm just like, all right. I started noticing that he smokes or whatever. And we used to vibe. We used to be chilling, vibing or whatever, bonding with the kids, playing or whatever. And he used to smoke. I didn't have a problem with that, but it started to be like too much. Like I'm talking about all day long. Like it was too much. I understand like at nighttime, but all day long. When he was a landscaper, so I don't know what it was about last year in Georgia, but it used to rain a lot. It used to rain. Like this whole relationship, it was daggone raining. Y'all hear me? It was raining. And I'm just like, I'm in here working, and you feel like you got to keep coming telling me stuff. I'm working. I don't know if you feel like I'm not doing it because I work from home, but sir, I am working. I'm filing claims, adjusting claims, quoting benefits, things of that nature. Stop coming in here talking to me. Stop touching me while I'm working. Like I'm getting aggravated with these people on this phone, and you come in here touch me. Don't touch me. Like what are you doing? And they're like, you're not even making no money, so don't touch me. Like what are you doing? And then he was like, oh man, I just got a call. And I'm like, what? Okay, what happened? So he's like, my settlement check came. And I'm like, okay, let's go pick it up. Where is it at? He was like, it's all the way in Duluth. I'm like, okay, let's load the kids up. Let's go get it. Because you can't be here for free. So we load up the caddy. You know, we got the kids in the car. We go all the way up there to Duluth to go get his check. And it was a good little check. It was a good check. He was like, yeah, I just want to take y'all out. I was like, I want a sectional. You gonna buy me a sectional? He was like, yeah, I got you. I'm gonna get you a sectional. I'm like, okay, yay. I can't wait. So he was like, let's go to the mall first. And I'm like, okay, we can go to the mall. And y'all, we had fun. I'm talking, we used to be getting lit, and we'll be in a rapid rap battling and all kinds of stuff, having a good time. So anywho, we went to the mall. No, we went out to eat first. And then we went to the mall. And we literally went to Smoky Bones to go out to eat. Then we go to the mall. He done bought the kids some shoes. He done bought the kids some, he bought himself some shoes. He bought me some shoes. Then he was like, let's go to the jewelry store. And I'm like, okay, let's go. So we go to the jewelry store. And he was like, y'all stand over here with him. I'm going to talk to the jeweler real quick. I'm trying to see if I get my chain clean. And I'm like, okay. So he over there talking to the jeweler about getting his chain clean. So the jeweler come over to me. He was like, do you see anything? I'm looking at what's displayed in front of me. And I'm like, ooh, I like this one. This is cute. He was like, okay. You want it? And I was like, I mean, I ain't trying to buy nothing. I'm not really trying to buy nothing right now. He was like, no, he got something up his sleeve. Yes, he got something up his sleeve. And I'm like, okay, well, I mean, if I got to pick, I would choose this one. I already had a ring that looked like this before, so I would choose this one. It was a little square pyramid ring, like stacked diamonds. It was so cute. And I was like, I would choose this one. He was like, okay, it's a little more than what, okay, I see what I can do for you. Beautiful. So he all on the phone or whatever, talking business or whatever to whomever he on the phone with. So then we leave, and we go to like the little perfume store in the mall. And I'm like, oh, you should get this. I love how this smells. I had made him get some Versace, I think. Or was it YSL? It was one of them, but it smelled so good, y'all. Because he didn't never smell like anything. And I like my man to smell like something. You know what I'm saying? I want my man to have that smell. Do I be like, oh, I can smell my man coming in the door? Or, oh, where you finna go? I want to be able to say that. Like, you smell good. Not no, okay, you smell musty. Or, oh, I can tell you took a bath type thing. I want you to just smell good. I want you to have that smell like you. Or smell that remind me of you after everything. Anywho. So, I made him pick out this cologne for himself. And I didn't want anything. I really didn't want it. I wanted my... Okay, so we go back to my house. And we vibing. And I already had some wine in the refrigerator. So, I was drinking wine. And then he had left and got a bottle. So, I'm drinking wine and tequila. Bad combination, right? So, So, we're sitting outside because he wanted to smoke a little piece of black amount. So, he pulls out this little thing out of his pocket. He was like, I got you a gift. And I was like, okay, what is it? So, he pulls out the ring that I picked out, right? I was like, oh, you're so sweet. What is this for? He was like, this for you. And I was like, okay, thank you. So I'm wearing the ring. But I'm like, it's too big though. It have to get resized. He was like, okay, but it's for you. And I'm like, okay. Now I got this ring on my finger, right? I woke up, got a ring on my finger. He was like, I can't wait for you to be my wife. And he kisses me on my forehead. And I'm like, huh? Okay, yeah. I can't wait. Why not? I mean, the kids like you. We already staying together. I'm only getting older. I'm finna be 30. You got a job. Like, you got a job. You finna be helping me. You got money. Why not? I'm finna get married. I'm like, oh, I'm finna get married. So I called my best friend. She was like, you finna get married? You for real? Y'all just met. I was like, but I feel like I've been on him forever. Like, why not? All right, well, I mean, congratulations. And I called my sister. She was like, oh, I'm so happy for you. What he look like? They ain't met him yet. So I sent him a picture. I was like, okay. Oh, so happy for you. So then, he wanted to go see his family. And then they asking me, like, they're like, oh, y'all getting married? Oh, okay. Why? What makes you feel like you good enough to marry my nephew? This was one of his aunties saying. What makes you feel like you're good enough to marry my nephew? I'm like, hey, what make your nephew feel like he's good enough to marry me? Is the question. I've been holding down for forever. I can do it with or without him. Like, what is? He don't even have a car. I mean. So I'm just sitting there, you know. I'm like, well, I mean, I'm really a very respectable woman. I know how to take care of mine. I'm very clean. I believe in God. I know how to be a wife. I know how to take care of home. I know how to take care of my kids very well. I take care of myself very well. I pay my bills. Like, I'm a good woman for catch. I was like, why wouldn't he? So then she was like, okay, I can respect that. So, what? You can have some of this. I'm finna use this on my daggone hand. But yeah, like what? So, I'm legit interviewing with the whole family. And I'm just like, what is this really? And then, I meet his brother. And when I tell y'all, his brother is handsome. His brother was handsome. And I met his brother's girl, baby mama. And she was pretty. She was alright. I ain't really care for her like that. Their daughter was really, really cute though. And the dogs like me. I don't know. They asking me, how do you ask you to marry him? I'm like, Honestly, I don't know. I don't remember him ever asking me. He just put this ring on my finger and said we was gonna talk about it later. Like, it legit was not no romantic ask. It wasn't no on bended knee asking me. It wasn't no dinner, then you asked me. It wasn't no, oh, you done set up something real nice and fancy and then you asked me. It was like, here go a gift for you. Oh, I can't wait for you to be my wife, but we're engaged. I didn't even know how to answer that question because I don't even know how he asked me. I don't even know how anything went. So then, here I am, you know, engaged. And we sitting there talking. I'm like, you never really asked me to marry you. You just really just told me that we're getting married type thing. He's like, well, you didn't say you didn't want to. And I'm like, but still, like, you just really just told me we're getting married. He's like, well, I want you to be my wife. I love the lifestyle that I have with you. I love how you make me feel. I love you. I'm like, what is it about me that you love about me? He was like, I love how you make me feel. I love that you're here for me. You support me. You my ride or die. And I'm just like, well, what is it about me that makes you want to marry me? Like, what is it? I never got an answer to that question, y'all. I just took what he said and I was just like, okay. Looking at little different wedding things, I had in my mind how I could visualize my wedding. I already knew what I wanted. I knew what I always wanted. I know how I want my wedding to look. I know the colors I want to have. All I need is the right man. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, he would look good in the suit. He was kind of handsome when he had his hair done. And he used to be the type that wore his blocks in his face. And that's why, move your damn hair out your face. What's up? Like, what's wrong with you? Move your hair out your face. And then, like, he'll get it done and it won't be in his face no more. And he wasn't the type of person that kept himself well groomed. He'll let himself look homeless before he starts to look groomed. And I thought that was weird. And anyways, we planning this. He was like, yeah, I want our wedding colors to be coral. I'm like, okay, we could do coral and peach. He was like, all right, I guess that'd be nice. So then I started looking up different ideas or whatever. And I done made a little group chat. I done got all my little bridesmaids together and my maid of honor, my matron of honor. But I'm just like, bro, I'm sitting here planning the wedding. I really feel like I don't know you that well. So let's play little couple get to know each other game. Cause we got a whole year to get to know each other. So let's plan, you know, let's get to know each other. Let's play a little game. So we playing this game where you have to answer questions and then you ask each other the question and you have to see if you can guess what. I would have had to see if I could guess what he answered. Y'all, we playing a game and we have to read now. We have to read. It felt like that scene from The Color Purple when Nettie was trying to teach Celia how to read. He could not read at all, for real. He couldn't read. And then if he couldn't read, that means you can't comprehend well. So it was like some words that I would say to him, he wouldn't even understand what they meant. So it would cause an argument because you're not able to articulate on my level. Like, it was a mess. So I let that slide, y'all. I'm like, everybody don't know how to read like me. Everybody not on my level. I can understand that because some men are dumb. Some men are just dumb. That is what it is. So I'm like, all right, whatever. He's like, I want to go see my mom this weekend. I'm like, okay, we go see her. So we on our way to go see his mom, right? So he was like, oh, before we go there, let's stop and get some woods. So we go to the gas station, we get some woods. He was like, babe, you want something? And I'm like, I want something to drink, but I don't know what I want to drink. So he's like, man, just get out the car and just get you something. We was at the Kroger gas station. So you know how anyways, we at the Kroger gas station. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to drink. And I hear her say, birth year? He says, 1995. My antenna said, huh? So he told me he was 28. He could be 28. So that means he would have had to be born in 93. And I'm just like, So he get in the car. I was like, why you told that lady your birthday 95? He was like, it is 95. I was like, no, you told. Mind y'all, his birthday in November on 26th. He supposed to be 27. He told me, I was like, you told me your birthday was 11/26/93. Cause I wrote it down. I put it in my little my iPhone notes so I could remember. Cause I want to be able to remember a lot of things about you. You told me a lot of stuff and I wrote it down. So why you told her 95? He's like, I always just say that. I just be saying that. Ain't no big deal. I was like, why you didn't just say your regular birth year? Why lie about your birth year? He's like, man, ain't no big deal. I was like, so did you graduate 2011? He was like, I graduated in 2014. 2014? I said, did you graduate on time? He's like, yeah, I graduated on time. I said, so how are you 27 when you graduated in 2014? He was like, this man tells me that some type of way on his birth certificate, his mama spelled his name wrong. His mama put his name as Demetrius, but his real name is Braxton. I'm like, what does that have to do with your age? Nah, because she messed up writing my age in as well. And so he was like, I just say 1995 because that's what it says on my birth certificate. But I really was born in 1993. And I'm like, sir, do you not see them 4 kids in the back? I didn't even say anything, y'all. But I'm thinking like, do you not see these 4 kids in the back? I know, and y'all know, that we don't have control over the date. I'm just like thinking to myself, did he really just try to convince me that his mama put that information on his birth certificate like I don't have 4 kids in the back? I just said, oh, okay. So then we get to his mama house. He getting a couple more his little studio equipment or whatever. And then we goes back to my house. So he was like, all right, well, you know, next Saturday we got to go to Ruth Chris by 8. And I get my mama to babysit if your mom can't or whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. More than likely she can't. So just go ahead and ask your mom or whatever. So he was like, all right, I'll call her tomorrow. So this particular week, he was having an issue at work or whatever, right? Where he had just started at this new company. So they do stuff differently. He do landscaping. So he thinking he can do how he used to do at his old job versus how he do at this job. But I'm like, sir, that's what makes these companies different. They have their own way of doing things. And I had to like let him know, like, you can't be at work, you know, not following the procedures and the policies because you feel like you can do things how your old job did because you're at a new company now. And it's not just you to worry about. It's a whole household of 5 other people that you're supposed to be taking care of. You want to be a husband, so you're going to have to make sure you're making wise decisions. So you're going to have to keep that mouth closed and just come talk to me about whatever issues you have when you get home. Don't talk to them about it. Come talk to me. You know what I'm saying? He was like, all right, that makes sense. That makes sense. And I'm like, okay. So Saturday come. I'm getting all cute. I done did my little curls and I done put my little dress on. Dress hugging every curve and every freaking curve on me. You hear me? So I come out the bathroom thinking I'm looking all good. He gonna have the audacity to say, look, he on the phone with her again. He like, she came out the bathroom looking like a big ass blueberry. She came out the bathroom looking like a big ass blueberry, laughing. So I'm just like, looking like, and then the girl on the phone, she like, why would you say that? That's rude. Why would you even say that? He was like, nah, she look good though. She look good though. She my little fine ass blueberry. She my little fine ass blueberry. So I'm just like, that rubbed me the wrong way. But I was thinking maybe I'm being petty if I say something. So I just let it slide, you know. He didn't have nothing to wear. So he was like, I gotta go get me a shirt from my mama's house because I ain't bring all my clothes over here. So he go And he gets the shirt, whatever. He had his little Armani bust down, whatever. And I'm like, okay, look at him. Look at cute, whatever. So we go to Ruth Chris, and we had a good little time. And we were showing off my ring or whatever, because my ring was so pretty. And I had did my nails and stuff. After Ruth Chris, we come back. We cooked dinner or whatever. We had a good little time. I had seasoned the chicken and stuff. He had just threw it on the grill, and I had made all the sides or whatever. And we just had a little barbecue, and we took kids to the splash pad type thing. So then the week come. I'm like, ooh, I need a haircut. You gonna send me to get a haircut? He was like, yeah, he can go with me when I go get my haircut next weekend or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. So the next weekend come, right? So he got his stuff together to go get to the barbershop. My son was like, ooh, I'm ready. Let me go get my my bag or whatever. He had a little sling bag or whatever, and he wanted to go get his hat and his sunglasses because that's what he likes to wear to the barbershop. Mind you, my son was 4 at the time, right? So my son come in with his little Nike hat, and he had on his little Batman glasses. So this fool gonna say to my son, he ain't going nowhere with me looking like that. I said, excuse you? So I made the kids leave out the room. I said, y'all go in the room and go turn your TV on. So I'm like, why are you talking to my son like that? He was like, what you mean? I said, don't make that the first thing that come out of your mouth. My son is excited to go to the barbershop with you because he could be the type of son that don't even like you, but he's giving you a chance and he's excited to go to the barbershop with you. So what did you mean? He can't wear his, what was it, his hat or his sunglasses? Because he had on a Nike hat, a little black Nike hat, and he had on some Batman shades, some of them ugly glasses he had on. I said his glasses are ugly. They're little boy glasses. Like, what do you mean? And he's 4 years old. You sit here trying to lower his self-esteem as a child, saying that his glasses that he have on is ugly. Everybody have their own different style. I don't like everything that you wear, and you might not like everything that I wear, but that's your style. I'm not going to speak on that. If that's what you like to wear, that's what you like to wear. You're not going to do that to my child. He was like, well, I didn't know it was that serious. I was just playing. I said, if you was just playing, you know that, but he does not know that. I did not even know that. And I don't like when you playing with my son like that. Don't play with nobody like that. He was crying about, well, if you want me to leave, I'll leave. I was like, ain't nobody even say all that. Every time I open my mouth and say something to you, you ready to pack your bags and leave. What is, like, you can't have a civilized conversation. I'm sitting here talking to you, letting you know the do's and the don'ts over here. That's all. So he goes and he packs up his little tote. He packs his tote and takes all his stuff off the hanger and started. I'm like, you so daggone extra. And he just crying, y'all, just crying. I'm like, what are you crying for? It's not even that deep. Like, you're supposed to be taking him to go get a haircut. What's the issue? I'm sitting here telling you, I'm just sitting here talking to you, telling you not to do certain things because I'm a parent. You're not. You don't know the do's and the don'ts of a parent and the do's and the don'ts of the way I raised my children. So I'm just trying to let you know what it is. You don't have to pack your stuff. He was like, all right, well, I apologize. I won't do it no more. I'm sorry. I love you. I love the kids. I don't want nobody to be feeling like that. And I'm going to go take him to get his haircut, whatever, and it won't happen no more. And I'm like, okay. So he takes my son to get a haircut. My son came back with his hair looking good or whatever. So, time goes on. My kids are in school. So it was a particular day where I work from home or whatever. So my kids are in school. He at home. He didn't have to work this particular day. So my kids come home. I can hear what goes on out there. So I hear them saying like, all right, when y'all come in the door, y'all take y'all book bags off and y'all just go ahead and get ready to do y'all homework or whatever. And I'm like, okay. And then he was like, what you want them to have for lunch, for snack? So I'm like, you can make them a sandwich or whatever. So he does that. He makes them a sandwich and their lunch or whatever. And he was like, I'm going to help them do their homework. So he's trying to help them do their homework. And I'm like, okay, go ahead. So he's helping them do their homework. And one of my kids starts crying. And I'm like, I'm finna get off work, so I'm logging off my computer system or whatever, and I go out there and I'm like, what's wrong? Why is she crying? I don't know. I'm just sitting here talking to her, trying to tell her how to do stuff, and she just started crying. And I was like, it's probably your tone of voice or how you're talking to her. Like, my kids, they're little girls, and you probably being a little too aggressive or something. I don't know what it is that you're doing, but I'm just sitting here reading her the instructions on how to do it. I was like, you reading her the instructions? He's like, yeah, I'm reading her the instructions on how to do her schoolwork or whatever. And I'm trying to teach her. I'm trying to read her the instructions about the Appalachian Mountains. About the who? The Appalachian Mountains. I should say, okay. I'll take over from here, but thank you so much for helping us. So he goes in the room, and he's just sitting in the room in the dark, y'all. Just sitting in the room in the dark. And I'm like, I peep in. I'm like, hey, I'm finna start. Hey, you all right? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just thinking like, Lord, here we go. So I'm like, I'm finna start dinner, and I'll let you know when it's ready or whatever. He was like, all right. So he's sitting in the room, sitting in my little desk chair, doing like this. No TV on. He don't have no smokes, but he's just sitting in there looking crazy. So I'm like, Lord. So I make my dinner. I'm out there bonding with my kids, talking to them, asking how their day was, you know, happy or lucky say or whatever. So I'm talking to them. And then dinner is ready. I asked him, are you gonna eat out here with us, or are you gonna eat in here? He was like, I'm gonna come out there and eat with y'all, whatever. He had an Apple computer that he had plugged up in the kitchen. So he had this thing where when he come out there, he want us to watch what he want us to watch. He wanted us to watch like old cartoons like Charlie Brown, stuff like that. So we'll just be sitting there watching what he choose for us to watch. It wasn't no what y'all want to watch or let's talk. Like, I'm not even for watching TV unless it's like a Friday night. I'm not for watching TV while eating, but that's what he wanted. And I'm just like, okay, so we watching that and we eating the food. And I don't like dishes in my sink after I get done cleaning up. It ain't nothing else to be done in that kitchen. You hear me? Nothing, no dishes in my sink at all. Keep that in mind, y'all. Keep that in mind. So after dinner, they wash up. They get ready for bed. I come in the room with him. He was like, let me ask you something. I'm like, what's up? He was like, do you love me? And I said, yeah, I love you. He was like, I'm for real. Do you love me for real? And I said, yeah. He was like, cause sometimes I just feel like you don't love me because every time I try to do anything, it just seems like everything I do gets thrown up under the rug, or it don't really mean nothing to you, and I'm really trying. I'm like, I see what you're doing, and I see you. I never said you wasn't trying. Like, where are you coming? Like, why are you? What's up? So, he was like, I just want to make sure that we on the same page and that you understand that I'm really trying or whatever. And I was like, you don't have to just keep talking to me and telling me that you're trying. I can tell if you're trying or not. If I felt like he wasn't trying, I would say something. So he was like, all right. So he was like, I want to give you a massage. He used to do this thing where he'll rub my feet every night, or he'll give me a massage on my back. Or, you know, la 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 and stuff. So, hey. So, that following week, I drop him off to work, and I'm dropping my son and my baby off to daycare. So I'm at the daycare, and I dropped them off. I decided to go to Publix real quick to get some groceries before I had to log on to work. So I'm gonna get some butter and eggs and stuff. He like calling me, hey, what you doing? And I'm like, I'm at the grocery store. He was like, okay, because I seen you went at the house. I looked on the camera. I seen you went at the house. I was just trying to check on you. And I'm like, you don't have to do all that. You could just call my phone to check on me. You don't have to be checking on camera to see if I'm at home or not. That's weird. So he's like, no, I was just trying to check on you because I need you to come get me because these folks got me messed up. They got me so messed up here. This man gonna try to say I stole some pliers or something when I told him I put him in a certain place, and I just can't deal with this no more. I just can't deal with this no more. And I'm like, oh my God. I say, you need to just suck it up because you have a family now. He was like, all right. So then he hangs up and he calls me back about 5 minutes later. I'm still in the grocery store. He was like, "You can't come get me, man, because I'm not finna just keep being up here and these folks just talking to me any kind of way. I just told bro and we done got into it." I'm like, "You got into it with these folks?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I'm walking home. I'm walking to the house now. Don't even worry. I'm walking. I said, "And then you walked off the job?" He was like, "Yeah." And I already called the recruiter and I let her know what's going on. And she said they'll be in contact with me or whatever to let me know. I said, "You know you finna be fired, right?" He was like, "Why are you being negative? Why are you being negative?" I'm like, "I worked in management before. I know how that goes. You're finna be fired. If they say they're gonna call you back and they're gonna go ahead and take time, you're finna be fired or whatever." So he was like, "Man, I ain't finna be fired. I ain't finna be fired." And I'm like, "You better start looking for another job." So yeah, I say this happened on like a Monday. By that Friday, your boy was let go, like I said. So I'm letting him know, like, you need to find you another job. Is this job hiring down the street? This job over here hiring? So he ended up looking for another job. And he had got another job at this place called Proactive or something like that, which is in Conyers. So that job was paying way more than any job. It had benefits and everything. So this was an even better job. So I was happy for him. But when he was at home with me, y'all, he was getting on my nerves. You hear me? I had to start drinking. At this point, I had to start drinking to deal with him. Like, because he was getting on my nerves. Every night he needed some kind of reassurance that I really liked him, that I really loved him, that I really wanted to be with him, what I like about him. He wanted some kind of reassurance every night. Not every other week, every other month, every night, y'all. "Can I talk to you? Can I ask you something? Let me talk to you." It was getting on my nerves, y'all. I had to start drinking. Like, he got this new job or whatever, and he did this thing to where he'll be like, "Okay, I'm gonna give you some money when I get paid." He was getting paid bi-weekly. He's like, "I'm gonna give you some money when I get paid, so you could put it, half on the rent or whatever, and then the rest is for you or whatever." So he'll give me the half on the rent. Mind you, his pay period would be a little off, so it was like either I had to pay the whole rent by myself plus buying groceries, because I was only getting $117 worth of food stamps for the amount of people I had in my household, because I made so much money. So I needed more, and I had to buy food as well. I started to feel like it wasn't being beneficial, you know what I'm saying? So he wanted to have this dinner with my dad them, so I went ahead and set up the dinner or whatever. So we go over there. He asked my dad for my hand in marriage. My dad says yes or whatever. So then he started working this new job. His start date finally came. So he's working this new job. I had to take him to work, take my kids to daycare, go to work. Then I had to cook dinner, go pick my kids up from daycare, cook dinner, then pick him up from work. By the time I was picking him up from work, y'all, I had a drink and a half, and I was lit. I had to get lit in order to deal with him, because every day he'd come in the house, he'd be a little, like, it was like the whole house just got dark when he came to the house. Like, it was just like, just gloomy and just like, ugh. And then he won't speak when he come through the door. He just have his head down, his little locks all over his face. He come through the door, he go to the laundry room, and then he go to the room, and then he was like barely bathing. I had to make sure he's bathing and stuff. Like, it was getting a little bit too weird. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Are you okay?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I just got off work, and it's just so loud in there. I just want to be, in something quiet just for a second. I just got to get my mind right." And I'm like, "Okay." So it was like that every day when he got here. Like, he wasn't happy to be here. That's what it felt like. And I started to notice certain things, like a change of hygiene. So he would like go take a shower, and then when it's time to go to bed, he'll want me to lay up under him. But I'd be like, "Did you bathe? Did you put deodorant on?" He'd be like, "Yeah, I put deodorant on." So I'm like, okay. So I wouldn't want to be, I was like, it's hot. I don't really want to lay, up under you like that. I want to lay on this side and you lay on that side. But we in the same bed, and I don't really feel like doing anything, because, I just don't feel like doing anything. My kids start noticing the change in him as well. it was like a bipolarism. Like, one minute he cool, next minute you just don't know what's really going on. What's wrong with his mood? He was like depressed a little bit. So I was like, are you okay? He was like, yeah, it's just my dad, this is around the time my dad passed away, so I'm just a little down or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, you can talk to me or whatever. So he was doing a lot of crying. Anytime we had conversations, he would cry a lot. He talking to me about it. He's crying. He was like, yeah, it's like every time I'm around the kids, it just feel like it just made me miss my dad more, because I didn't get to have certain things. I didn't grow up a certain way. We had to bathe out of the trash can. We had to bathe out of the trash can. That's why I try to keep, the orange juice containers and the water bottle container. I was like, you don't have to keep that over here. That's why I throw them away, because the water gonna stay on over here. You don't have to worry about that here. We not gonna have no power outage, and we not gonna have the water not working. The water is always gonna work. You don't have to worry about that. I don't know how you grew up, but that's not how it's gonna happen like that. He was like, you need to go work at the bank, because my mom used to work at a bank. And I'm thinking, like, I don't need to go work anywhere. I'm comfortable at my job and I make good money. I don't need to go work where your mama used to work at, because clearly she wasn't making no money if y'all was bathing out of a trash can. Like, come on now, be for real. He used to do this thing right here where he would give me some money for the rent. Then he would give me some money just to hold. He'd be like, this is for you. I want to give you this for you, so you can do whatever it is, whatever you want to do with it. And then he would slowly but surely be like, babe, you'll send like $30 so I can get some green. Cash out me $20 so I can get some green. Cash out me this so I can get this. And it'll go over the amount of what he sent me. And I'd be like, look, I don't have it to give you. And then sometimes I would give it to him, and sometimes I wouldn't. Like, it just depends on how I felt in my mood, and if I felt like he just really needed it or whatever. So I started feeling like, what am I doing? So one night, he in the bed, and then he wake up and he goes to work. I done took everybody to school or whatever, and I'm making up the bed. And I go to his side of the bed, and it's a big puddle. And I'm just like, ugh, and it stank inside of the bed, trying to make up the bed. And I lift the covers back, because I do the little fold over where you had the sheet on top of y'all know what I'm talking about, the color sheet on top of the bed. So I go over there, and y'all, I have a memory foam mattress. And I lift the cover back, and I'm like, it stank. It smelled like feet, like vinegar feet, strong ammonia. It just stank real, real bad. And I'm just like, ew, what is that? So I'm upset. I'm belligerently mad. I'm very, very upset, y'all. Very, very upset. So I'm just trying to figure out how I can get this smell out, because I have to take the little zipper part off of my memory foam, wash it, wash my sheets, wash my pillows, scrub the foam part. I had to do a lot of work to get that smell out. So I was very, very upset. And I'm just like, what is wrong with you? Why are you smelling like that? Why is that coming out of your body? Did you pee in my bed? Like, what is going on with you? Are you okay? Are you on drugs? Did you used to do drugs and you having withdrawals? Like, what's going on? He was like, yeah, I was sweating real bad. I was having real bad night sweats or whatever. I'm like, you should have just got up and went and took you a shower or something, because what's really going on? Yeah, that happened that night, and it never happened again. And I was just so upset, and I was just so disgusted and turned off. Like, we literally was not doing no maga at all. None at all. So, he started noticing that we wasn't, and he was like, do you not love me? You don't want me no more? I'm like, honestly, my money is looking a little funny, and I feel like I'm doing too much. So I'm finna have to get a second job, and I shouldn't have to get no second job with another whole grown person in the household, and it's beginning to be too much. So he was like, you don't have to get no second job. I don't want you doing all that. And I was like, I already done applied and got a job. So a job at the postal assignment, so I'm finna work 2 jobs. My plan was really to, work the 2 jobs and get my stuff back in order where I needed it to be, so that I can get him up out of here. But then I wanted my money back from what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm finna see how much longer I could do this. I was trying to wait, y'all. I hadn't called my mama, told her about this stuff or whatever. And I was just so fed up, y'all. The next day, I do the same whole little routine. Get up, get my kids ready for school, get him off to work, come back home. I had went to the grocery store, so I'm putting up groceries real quick. I'm talking mess to myself. I'm in the freezer, slamming it. I feel like a soccer mom. I'm really his mama for real. He really my son. He really my son at this point. I don't even understand why. And then I'm like, then he got this camera in my house as if he runs something or he paying all the bills or something in here. He's watching me on this camera. Like, I don't even like this. Like, I'm finna mess this camera up or whatever. So I get up there and I just turn the camera down. So as soon as I do that, I hear my phone ringing in the room. And I'm like, I already know who it is. This man finna call me and tell me he hear everything I'm saying and all this stuff. I already know. So he's like, what you doing? I was like, let me guess, you're calling me because you can hear everything that I'm saying, right? He's like, what is it that you're saying? I was like, I said this, telling him everything that I said, but in a nicer way. So he was like, no, that's something I want you to hear when I get home. I'm just sitting here watching the game on my phone or whatever, but I want you to hear something when I get home. And I'm like, okay. So we get off the phone. I unplugged the camera because you're not going to be watching me and stalking me and spying on me, seeing what I'm doing. I don't know what you're doing, to be honest. Like, what are you doing? And the fact that you're watching me like that, what exactly are you doing? What is your motive? What are you here for? That's what I started to feel like. What is that? What do you want? What do you want? So that same day, my son's school called me, right? They're like, yeah, Kyrie's throwing up. Do you think you can come get him and take him to the doctor? Because we don't know, COVID was going on. And that was a symptom. So I'm like, I'll come get him. I'll take him to the urgent care or whatever. So I go pick up my son and I'll take him to the urgent care. So BD called my phone. I'm in the doctor's office, so I'm being real professional. I'm like, hello. He's like, hey, when you gonna let me get my kids or whatever? When you gonna let me get my MF for kids or whatever? And I'm like, when do you want to get done? Cause I need a break. So he was like, I'll get him whenever. But I ain't got time for this because you got somebody around my MF for kids, make you faking like you engaged and all this. So take my MF and ring off or whatever. I'm like, what are you talking about? Why would I have on? I said, I'm in here. Your son is sick. He could possibly have COVID and you're over here cussing me out. Get off of my phone. So I hang up and he texts me, take my MF and ring off, and I know where you live at too. So I called him back, and I'm like, hello? You said you know where I live. He was like, yeah, I know exactly where you live at. I seen your little white car outside, and I seen the baby car seat that I bought. I seen the car seat in the car that I bought. And I know you stay in them yellow apartments in Latonia. So I hang up the phone. And my anxiety, baby, started doing this. Because what is wrong? Like, why? What? My anxiety was going crazy. So my son was okay. He didn't have COVID or anything. He was fine. He was just had a little upset stomach. So I took him home. I get home or whatever. And I'm just feeling, a little paranoid, watching my surroundings. I had got my 2-year-old from daycare. And I had took the rest of the day off. I had me some drinks. And I ordered a pizza, and I had to go pick up the dude from work. So I'm about drunk, y'all. I'm talking about I'm drunk. He's sitting there, yeah, let me talk to you. So he gets in the car, and his breath was smelling like bump stack. You know what I'm saying? It smelled like 2 sweaty butt cheeks and a motherfucking freak meat. It stank so bad. Like, so bad. And I ain't never smelled nothing like it. Smelled like something had died. And he had a mask on. Ain't no way you can't smell that, sir. And I'm just like, I'm drunk, y'all. So I'm just like, bro, your breath stink. You don't smell that? He's like, smell what? And I'm like, your breath stink. You don't smell that? It gotta be your breath because I didn't smell it till you got in the car. What is that? He's like, man, I just want to talk to you. I was like, I don't want to talk right now. Wait till we get to a wider space. So we get back to the apartment. The kids, they done ate. Had their baths. They done went to bed. I turned the music on so they can't hear nothing. We come in the room. We talking. He don't know how to talk for real. He like to be loud. So I'm more of a soft-spoken person. But when I get loud, you can tell I got an attitude. I get loud when people get loud with me. So, y'all, I'm at my bull. The bull finna come out. That's what point I'm at. It's almost finna come out. So we come or whatever. We finna have this little conversation or whatever. So he do not know how to be quiet. He always got to be loud. He always got to raise his voice. And at this point, I'm here for it because I'm finna raise mine too. So before he could say anything, he leaves out and he goes to go plug up his little camera. And I'm like, I don't appreciate you having no camera in my house that I can't even get access to. Why I don't have access to the camera? And why are you watching me on this camera? He's like, nobody is watching you. I'm not even watching you. I just got it so we can make sure that I can make sure that you're safe, so I can make sure that you're okay. I just care about you so much. I just want to make sure that you're okay. And I'm like, ain't that much care in the world for you to be watching me. You're watching the camera to see if I'm at home, to see if I'm ignoring your phone calls or whatever the case may be. And I don't have time for you or my baby daddy. He's like, what's your baby daddy doing? And I'm like, he calling me saying that he know where I'm located at, saying he know I stay in these apartments, saying he seen my car outside and telling me to take my engagement ring off because it's the one he gave me in 2014. He was like, why you just not telling me this? Why you ain't called me and let me know this? I would have left work. I would have just came and made sure you was good. I said, how was you gonna get to me? You don't have a car. What exactly are you gonna do? You're watching me on this camera to look out for my safety, and you don't have a vehicle to get to me. I'm not understanding the concept, and I feel like everything is just weird. Everything that you do, everything that you say is like really contradicting. He was like, man, give me your phone because I know it's more to it than just what you're telling me. Give me your phone. I'm like, what you need to see my phone for? He was like, let me just see your phone. So he takes my phone, right? He's like, what's your password? So I put my password in because I don't know what he on. I ain't got time for that little abusive domestic violence stuff. So I'm like, here go the password. He goes in there, looks at the text messages, and he deletes the message, y'all. Deletes the message, and both of the messages he checks it off and then deletes the messages. Then calls my baby daddy number from my phone. And they going back and forth. My baby daddy like, I beat your A. I know where y'all at. I can pull up on you right now. I can pull up on you right now. And then I hear my baby daddy on the phone laughing or whatever. He's telling his wife, man, Say got her little weak A fiance, boyfriend, or whatever he is, calling my phone. And then she like, why she got him doing all that? And then I'm just sitting there. I ain't saying nothing because I don't have no parts of none of this that's going on. So I'm just sitting there. And then he's like, don't call my wife's phone no more. You and her don't have anything to talk about. Don't call my wife's phone anymore. And you don't want no smoke. I got hitters that can take care of you. And I'm just talking about not sounding gangster at all. Not sounding no type of hard. Not sounding no type of threatening. My baby daddy sounded like he was gonna come over here and tear that thing up. You hear me? Like, my fiance was just sounding so lame. Like, all the little gangster stuff he was telling me, it just was like went out the window. He just got scared real quick. And how are you scared of my baby daddy? That's what I'm trying to figure out. How are you scared of how are you as a man? How are you scared of my baby daddy? So I'm just like, hang up the phone. Hang up the phone. My baby like, I can get in the car right now. I'm in the car right now. I pull up on y'all right now. And I'm like, just hang up the phone. Just hang up the phone. Just hang up the phone. So he gets off the phone. And I'm like, why you ain't just say, I'm like, what was that? What was that? Because you wasn't even no type of hard. You should have said, this is my family now. You don't want no smoke. I beat your A. Should have hit her with the Kodak. You might say she for the streets, but that's my little S. That's my little S. Like something like that. You weren't even like, what were you trying to do? So then my baby daddy calling the phone back. My baby daddy blowing my phone up. I'm talking about, he said he had me scared. And I didn't want to see nobody. I know he got a glizzy. And I wasn't trying to see no type of nothing going on. I'm like, please do not call my phone. Y'all, my anxiety was on 10. So then this stinking behind dude hugging me and stuff. So he's hugging me and I'm just like this. And he's telling me, I don't want you talking to him ever again. Don't answer his phone call. Y'all ain't got nothing to talk about. He don't need to be around you. He don't need to be around the kids. Which he is correct. But don't be telling me anything. You don't tell me nothing. You don't control nothing. You don't run me. So don't tell me anything. I'm a Taurus. The conversation that we were supposed to have went out the window. We just sitting there talking about what just happened. I'm like, can I just ask you a serious question? Why do you feel the need to lie to me? My issue with you is right now is the fact that you're lying to me. I don't know what you're being truthful to me about with anything. I don't know what you're telling the truth about anymore at all. So I'm gonna ask you one last time. How old are you? He's like, I'm 27. Sir, you just had a birthday. Did you just turn 27? Or are you 27 and you just turned 28? Which one is it? He's like, I just turned 27. So I'm like, so why could you not have told me the truth from the very get-go? He was like, because I just didn't know. I don't know. I just didn't know. He starts crying. I say to him, I'm gonna call your mama and ask her how old you is for real. No worry. I'm gonna call your mama. I don't even believe you right now, but I'm gonna call your mama and ask her how old you is for real. Don't worry about it. So then, the next day comes. It's the regular routine. Regular. I do everything. I go pick him up. I'm like, dang, I need some beans for the doggone chili. I'm gonna be right back. Right? So, I go to the store. Mind y'all, the grocery store is literally right behind my apartment. I'm gone less than 6 minutes. I come back. My kids are like, he popped Kamaya. Excuse the out of me. He did what? So I come in the bathroom. I'm like, so what happened when I was gone? Nothing. I just told Kamaya to go take a nap or whatever, and she laid down and I came back in here. Did she like not want to lay down? Was she crying or what went on? He was like, no, she just laid right down. I was like, so my kids were telling me that you popped my child and don't touch my MF child. You don't touch her. You are a stepfather. Know your position. You don't lay hands on nobody. We ain't never had no conversation about you doing no discipline. The only person that's doing discipline and hitting on people in here is me. You understand me? He was like, I didn't touch her. I didn't touch her. You want me to leave? I'll leave. And I said, you can pack your bags and get out of here. I'm gonna call your mama right now. Tell her to come pick your A up. That's what I'm finna do. So I call his mama. I'm like, Miss Ma'ams, you need to come get your MF child because he over here putting his hands on my MF child and he don't have no business touching my child. We ain't never had no conversation about him disciplining nobody and he ain't supposed to be touching nobody. We don't have that kind of understanding. We don't even know him like that for him to be touching on my children or nothing. He don't need to be touching nobody up in here. You need to come pick him up right now. And he need to be packing his stuff. So he crying and I'm like, this, and your son over here talking about something he finna kill. So he locked himself in the bathrooms and he don't went. I'm telling her what he's doing. He don't walk through the closet and he grabs a knife and he done locked himself in the bathroom. Talking about he finna kill himself. And she's like, Demetrius, don't do that. You don't do that. You don't do that. And I'm like, get your at the bathroom. What are you doing? Oh, I'm like, what are you doing? I'm on the phone with his mama. And I'm like, hold on. Get your A out the bathroom. Give it to me right now. Hand it to me now. Put it in my hand right now. Give me the, wipe your back, get the tissue off your face. Because what are you doing? All you got to do is pack your stuff and leave. You ain't got to be doing all that. You ain't finna be doing all that up in here. Because you lucky I didn't do it for you. Just do it. Go ahead and get it. Just get your glizzy and just end my life. Nobody likes me. Nobody likes me. I say I love you, but I don't want you. You don't need to be doing that. You don't need to be doing that to yourself, and you don't need to put your hands on nobody. I understand now. I will never do it ever again. I'm sorry. And then he hugs me and he's like, and I'm just like, oh my God, this man needs some help, y'all. And the little doctor in me was like, let me help him. His mom was like, is he okay? Let me talk to him. Let me talk to him. So she talked to him on the phone, trying to give him some little words of encouragement, words of wisdom or whatever. And I'm just over here like, I got to get on my knees. What do I do? Like, he is going, if I make him leave, he going to probably be, I don't want to be the cause of somebody committing that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be the cause of that. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to try to see if maybe I can work with him. I just won't leave him alone with my kids. He need to know that he need to, what his position is. You let me know You let me know, and then I'ma come and handle them. You don't do none of that at all. You understand? Like, that's not your role. I never got away from my messed up parents, and you ain't. Not for that. I almost called BD and had him come over here, but it wouldn't have ended well. He would have got beat up. I would have probably got beat up, and it just wouldn't have ended well. So I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna coddle him. I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna see what's really going on with him. I'm gonna do his little therapy thing with him. Find some little coping mechanisms. I'm gonna get him a little, you know, smoke or whatever, and we're gonna figure this thing out. So that's what I was doing. I was just gonna be a friend. I was gonna be there because it's clearly deeper than what this situation is. There's something more going on deep inside internally. He was battling something, y'all, and it wasn't me. I don't know what he had going on, but I knew it wasn't me, and I knew it wasn't them. It's something with him. You know what I'm saying? He need to be alone. That's what I felt. So next week was a little weird. It's gonna be getting ready to be Christmas, right? My mama had this little annual Christmas party, pajama party. So I had bought the whole household pajamas, matching pajamas, the ones that I had on in the video in part 46. So I had bought the matching pajamas, right? So I had to talk to my mom and told her I was going to call the engagement off because I couldn't do it. I don't want to be stuck with that the rest of my life. It was going to end in divorce, and I don't have time to waste my daddy money. And forget the deposit I put down for the event planner and the wedding planner. I literally was ready to forfeit all the money I had put into it already. I had told the girls in the group chat that I was going to call it off, so don't even worry about that date. You hear me? So we got to the Christmas party, right? So my mom was doing this little thing. It's getting ready to be the end of the party. Me and him not really together. I'm literally like ducking and dodging him because I don't want to be ill, no. So, because I don't know, it was hygiene and breath and the depression and the bipolar. I don't know what he has going on. So he with the guys and I'm with my sisters. So my mom just texted upon herself to announce my engagement at the Christmas party. After I done told her I'm finna call it off, I'm looking at her. My sister's looking at me like, and I'm like, so my mom was like, we're gonna let the newly engaged couple dance. So we dancing. I'm doing one of these. He doing one of those. And I can smell it. I can smell the liquor, the smoke smell, and the stinking breath all at once. And I'm just like. And then my cousins who had just recently married, I think they was in that year or whatever, they was like, what's really going on? I didn't want to tell them my business, but they was finna find out shortly after. You hear me? Because I couldn't do it. I don't know why my mama did that. That ride home after that event was a little awkward. We wanted to have music off on the way home. It took 40 minutes to get home. And we riding in silence. He felt the vibe. I can't hide my facial expressions. I cannot hide the way I feel no more. I was just getting to the point where I couldn't deal no more. It was just like, I can't do this no more. I can't do it. One more thing that I don't like and it's over with for you, sir. So that was a Saturday night. That Sunday, I decided to throw down. I done fried some chicken up. I done cooked some cabbages. I done made some candy yams and some cornbread or whatever, right? Sunday stuff. So I fed everybody. I done cleaned the kitchen up. I done put the food up. I made him a big plate. He ate his food. And I cleaned up. I wiped everything down. I swept. I mopped. I sprayed my sink with the Lysol. Wiped it down. It was dried out and everything, y'all. I'm talking about I cleaned the mess out of that kitchen. Why come? I go to sleep. My alarm go off. Boop, 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 boop. I get up. I goes to get my kids ready. On my way, I see a cabbage spoon in the sink with cabbages on them. When I tell y'all I lost my dang on marbles, I was like, who the F left this mother effing cabbage spoon in the sink? I said, you know what? I'm not even gonna get mad. I'm talking mess out loud. So I go to get my kids ready. I was like, y'all go ahead and y'all get up. It's time to get ready for school. Y'all got about 30 minutes. So I hear him opening the door all hard. So he like, I feel like you talking about me. I said, ain't nobody saying nothing to you, but if I was talking to you, I would have said something to you. So clearly you feel shot out. Matter of fact, run your little cameras back. Run your little cameras back, because you like to watch everything. Run your little cameras back. He's like, I can run my camera back. I can run my camera back. It probably was your kids. I guarantee it wasn't me. So he runs his camera back. Why does the camera stop at the time I finish cleaning the kitchen and starts back up at the time I come out in the morning to get my kids ready for school? You're freaking watching me, you weirdo. You're watching me. Why are you watching me, sir? I'm like, why are you watching me? I'm saying this up to him, so I'm sorry if I'm yelling at y'all. But why are you watching me, sir? So he's like, and no, I'm not watching you. I promise you I'm not. That's just how the camera works. It's just how the camera works. I said, because you set it up like that. I says to him, I said, you know what? That's your last cabbage you're going to ever eat up out of here. Go pack your stuff. And when I get done taking my kids to school, pack your stuff up right now and call you a ride. Because when I get done taking my kids to school, and I'm talking about Kyrie and Kamaya, when I get done dropping them off at daycare and I come back, your bets to be gone. And I mean what I'm saying. Pack all your stuff. Pack all your stuff, and you better be gone when I come back. So I walk my kids to the bus stop. They gets on the bus. I come back in. He steady looking at me like are you for real? I'm so freaking serious. Pack your stuff, sir. That's what I was saying to him. So then he trying to call him a ride, and I go get my two little babies ready for daycare. And I'm getting ready to leave out. I said, make sure you go when I come back. So I'm leaving. He's calling my phone. I'm not answering. I get to the daycare. I take my time to get back. I took my time to get back. He steady blowing my phone up. Steady blowing my phone up. I'm not answering the phone. I took my time to get back, y'all. I had to clock in at 9:30. So I'm taking my time to get back. So then I had to stop, got me something to eat and everything. Got me a little coffee. I come back in. I'm finna get ready to log on because I'm literally pushing the limit. So I'm getting ready to log on. Mind y'all, I need my phone to log on because I have my little VPN that I have to use to log on to the Microsoft Authenticator. I had to use that to log on to my computer, right? So I put my phone down. I said, oh, you still here? Oh, don't worry about it. I know how to make you leave. I put my phone down on my desk. He comes and snatches my phone. I said, no, you can lie. You better get my phone back. I need that to log on to my computer. I need that to log on to my computer. Don't worry about it. I will go next door and I will call the police. That's what I will do. He's holding my phone up. My job, I'm 5 feet tall. This man is 6'4". I'm like this, trying to grab my phone from him. He's bullying me at this point. So I punched him. I sure did. And then he was like, don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me. And he started punching himself. And that's when I knew he wanted to beat my A. He wanted to beat the H out of me. Y'all hear me? So I dodged the bully. You hear me? He didn't put his hands on me, but he wanted to. So he gave me my phone back. I said, I will call the police if you do not get your stuff and get the H up out of here. Put your stuff by the door right now, and you finna get up out of here. So I'm 911 is on my little display screen right here. You hear me? And I'm finna dial it. If you don't, he was like, you don't have to call the police. You don't have to call the police. I don't want to go back to jail. I bet you don't. He goes in the bathroom. Look what you did to my face. I said, you did that to your MF self. You in here punching your own self. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Like, you need to get some help, sir. You punched your own self. So you beat yourself the F up. That's what you did. So I called his brother on my phone. I'm like, please come get your brother. He in here beating on himself. He needs to get his stuff up out of here. He done touched my child. He done did all kinds of stuff. I cannot, he done tried to commit suicide in front of me. And I don't have time for it. He needs to get some help. Y'all need to take him and lock him up somewhere. And then they gonna psych ward. He needs to get some help. I can't do it. I can't save him. I can't help him. I can't do it. I just got myself to the point where I'm at, and I don't have time to be going backwards. You need to go get your brother. I don't have time for all the shenanigans that he comes with. So he was like, okay, I'm on the way. Just don't call the police. He said you was gonna call the police on him. Yes, I will call the police. If he do anything in here, damage anything, touch anything, break anything, please hurry up and come get him. So as I'm on the phone with his brother, I'm staying on the phone with him. And I'm trying to log on to work, and I done put myself into a personal. I also told my supervisor what I had going on, right? And a side ping message. So I'm on the phone with this dude, on the phone with his brother, waiting on his brother to come pick him up. So he's steady talking mess. He's steady talking mess, calling me green, saying I'm a dumb AB, a dumb AB, saying all kind. I'm talking about calling me all kind of B's and H's. Talking about something he see why I was singing wild when he met me. He see why nobody don't want me. He see why my baby daddy left me. He see why I'm talking about saying all kinds of stuff. And I just let him talk his mess. No, he was like, don't feed into it. That's what he wants you to do. Don't feed into it. Don't feed into it. That's what he wants you to do. I'm like, I'm glad you know. He's like, you glad you know what? I'm like, just be quiet. Shut the H up. Stop talking to me. Go in there. Go in there, because I'm supposed to be in here working. Something you need to learn how to do. Go in there. Go in the living room and sit out there. That's what you need to be doing. So his brother like, I'm almost there. I'm like 20 minutes away. I said, please hurry up. Please hurry up. His brother finally ended up coming to pick him up. And he leaves. I had to unfollow him on a lot of social media platforms. He gets on Instagram as soon as he leaves out. I didn't even watch his Instagram live. I went ahead and blocked him because I guess he thought I was finna watch him. I really didn't give a F about you 2-3 months ago, to be honest. So why would I watch your Instagram live? I just was trying to get my money back, and I never got my money back. And I just charged it to the game. It was a blessing. I donated to the homeless. You feel me? That's what I took it as. A win is a win. I'm alive. He didn't put his hands on me. He didn't damage my property. He didn't do nothing to my apartment. If it would have been my baby daddy, he probably would have beat out of me, and I probably would be dead. Y'all would probably be seeing me on the news. I guess he goes back to his mama's house or his brother's house. I don't know where he was staying at or whatever. And he texted me. He was like, can we talk or whatever? And I'm like, talk about what? What is there to talk about? We need to talk about what happened between me and you. I apologize for calling you all those names. I should have never said anything I didn't mean. I still love you. You my rider, my backbone, my biggest fan. I'm like, I'm not none of those things, sir. I don't care about you. Like, you were using me. You called me green. You told me exactly what you was doing. You were using me for a place to live. And I felt it, and I seen it, and you showed it to me. So I'm good on that. So I'm at a point where, baby, look, I see the red flags. I see one simple red flag. I even hear one simple red flag over the phone, over the little phone conversation we might have when we talking. I'm gone. The Lord was testing me to see if I had learned my lesson before. I learned. I definitely learned. And I'm not gonna deal with it for nobody. You hear me? So he ended up trying to contact me several times after that, telling me he was gonna send me some money, send me all the money that he owed me. And after he would like talk to me in a nice manner, he would try to throw knives at me in a verbally abusive way. I just ended all contact. I blocked him on everything, blocked his phone number, blocked him on social media, blocked him on every single everything, y'all. Literally everything. It wasn't no coming back. Ain't no, this is temporary. So why come his mom gonna try to contact me 2 weeks after the breakup? Sorry, is there no type of way that you guys aren't gonna get back together? No, ma'am. Your roommate is back. Your roommate is back to stay. Hope you didn't have plans for his room, because he's coming right back, okay? Like, Then guess what, y'all? He told me the truth. That man, when I first met him, that man was 25 going on 26. Like I thought he was, like I knew he was. Whole time. So I say this to say, when you know, you know. And don't never sleep on what you think you know, because you already know what's going on. And you know what, if you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean. Because I ain't got to speak no more. You know what I'm saying? So, time goes on, y'all. Time goes on. I ain't talked to this dude. I ain't worrying about this dude. I'm doing what I do best, being a single mom. minding my business, right? So I need a break. BD reached out to me about getting the kids. I said, you come get the kids? He was like, all right, just let me know what time. So I told him he can come pick him up about 6 o'clock on a Friday. He came to pick the kids up. After he came and left, I'm thinking like, dang, I didn't even have to send him my address. He just came and picked the kids up. That's wild, right? So I went out. Yeah, girl was outside. You hear me? Outside. I was outside. I was so happy, y'all. So I'm minding my business. I was like, look, we can come up with a schedule. Ain't gonna be nothing no extra. Ain't gotta be nothing weird going on. You do what you do, I do it. I does, okay? So we had a text about it. We had a little schedule set. I know. Where you been all day? Having a hard ass time. So that was not a good day, y'all. I literally was like, I really wasted some money today, and I'm a little upset about it. I couldn't have been sleeping while I was wasting that money. But anyway, we ain't here to talk about that. Yeah. Okay, so I've been trying to figure out all day, when did I co-parent? I literally started co-parenting in the end of January. The end of January is when I started co-parenting of this year, 2022. Yes, something happened this year. So I literally took a little bit of time. I broke up with bruh in December, early December. I literally broke up with bruh in December of last year, 2021, and I started co-parenting in the end of January. This is the longest we've ever co-parented before. Normally it'd be like 3 months, and then it'd be some BS going on. So this particular time around, I said, you know what? I noticed what he does. He likes to try to create a situation so I can be like, I ain't dealing with this. I ain't got it. I'm not dealing with this. I'm gonna take these kids away. That way he doesn't have to be financially, obligated to do anything for these kids over here. But guess what, baby? I'm gonna do something this time. That's what I was on. I was like, I don't care what he do. I don't care what he say. He's gonna get these kids. I'm not taking them away at all. I need some break. I done been doing all these Christmases, all these birthdays, all these holidays by myself. Oh, it's your turn. You finna get them for every school break. You finna get them every other weekend. You finna get them on the holiday. You finna get them. I don't care what you say. Talk your mess, sir. I know it's true. I know I'm a bad. I know I'm fire. I know I got money. I'm not worrying about what you're talking about no more. I'm not gonna feed into your little shenanigans. So say what you want to say, but you're gonna keep getting these kids. I don't care what's going on. So that's what I was on, y'all. So I had done. We sat down. I'm over here. I done put it together a little schedule, sent it in text message form for documentation purposes, because I know he be on it as well. So it was a little weird. I'm gonna tell y'all what was going on. So at first I'm a little standoffish. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna walk y'all to the bottom of the steps and give my hug so y'all can get in the car. I'm not gonna let these folks see me. I'll let them see me every now and again. I'm at a point of co-parenting with my baby daddy, not his wife. I was not really trying to talk to her because it was still some stuff about her that I just was like, I can tolerate her. I can be cordial towards her, but I'm not gonna hold no conversation with you because what we need to talk about. I ain't had no kids with you. That's what I was feeling. Okay. So she kept on trying to figure out a way to speak to me. I will speak to her at pickup time. I'll be like, hey, how you doing? Okay, it's good to see y'all, type thing. Being cordial, being respectable, like I would with somebody at the post office, you know what I'm saying? I don't know them. So she called me. She was like, hey, I want to make the kids some Valentine's Day baskets. I was like, okay, that'd be nice. Just do it. What you telling me for? So, okay, that's nice. So she made the Valentine's Day basket. After Valentine's Day, she was like, yeah, we ain't gonna be able to get the kids next weekend because next weekend is my birthday. We got something planned. I don't care what y'all have planned. You can't get the kids, you can't get the kids. There's no need for no explanation. But I'm like, okay, Cool. Yeah, he gonna take me to such and such place for my birthday. Okay, man, y'all gonna be lit. That's me. Y'all gonna be lit. Okay, that's what's up. I hope y'all have a good time. Just being really, really big and genuine. And I'm like, okay, y'all gonna be lit. Y'all hope y'all have a good time or whatever. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I can find something to do with the kids. And when y'all ready to get them again, just let me know, type thing. So it's getting close to be time for my daughter's birthday in March. So she's like, yeah, I was telling the kids I had, you know, I already got my daughter a business. I want to give them a business for their birthday. These people are scammers. And with the fact of them being a scammer, I'm just thinking like, okay, you trying to make a business so you can get a loan or something underneath my child's name and mess my baby life up. I was just like, that's what I'm thinking in my mind. But I just verbally said, oh, okay, that's going to be nice. I'll talk to her and see what kind of business she want to start. But honestly, I was like, something in my spirit said, they on some shiesty stuff. So that was a no-go. It never happened. It was just word of mouth from her. It never happened. She ain't never speak about it again, and I ain't never bring it back up again. So that's a red flag. Then my baby birthday come up. My baby daddy called me. He was like, what y'all doing? I was like, nothing. I'm on my way to take them to medieval times. I was just pulling up in a parking lot or whatever. And he was like, oh, okay. And my son was like, Daddy, we finna go, we see a castle. It's a castle. And he was like, okay. Ask, how old Cameron finna be for her birthday? How old? I said, not you don't know how old your child finna be for her birthday. You guys could do better, sir. But that's just me. That's just how I talk. But I was like, you know how she finna be for? Really, sir? She finna be 7 or whatever. He was like, I don't know why I thought she was finna be 8. And I was like, yeah, time go by fast. She finna be 7. He was like, okay, ask her what kind of cake she want. And then I asked her, she told me she wanted chocolate cake or whatever. So then I told him. And then he was like, all right, send me a picture of her with a dress on. So I'm like, okay. Yeah, they have a business where they can put things on things, like pictures on things, words on things, customized shirts. They could probably make this shirt I got on. He know how to do stuff like that. That's his business. So, I was like, I don't have no picture of her with no dress on, but I got some cute pictures of her in general. I'll send you, you know, some pictures that you can select from. So that's what I did, right? And then we continued to enjoy our time at medieval times. It was their time to go to their dad's house. We was doing every other weekend and spring break or whatever. So I think they went for spring break. And they were supposed to have went out of town, but they said they didn't. They went out of town, but they didn't do anything. They was just inside of a room. I was like, well, did y'all have fun? They was like, no, we really didn't. We just sat in the room. It was raining. So they really didn't get to enjoy their time. But he did a birthday party for her, and they came back. I was like, where your birthday gifts? I just got a bike. And I was just like, oh, okay. So your bike, okay, yeah, your bike gotta stay over there or whatever, because I ain't got nowhere to put no bike. She was like, yeah, I just got a bike or whatever. And I was like, did you at least have fun? She was like, yeah, it was okay. Like, not really excited or whatever. So I was just like, okay, well, maybe it'll be fun next time y'all go over there or something. Y'all always doing something over there. So I was not getting like financial support. He wouldn't even send like clothes over here, shoes over here. I take that back. He sent a pair of shoes. It was they going to their daddy house shoes. I'm gonna show y'all the shoes that she picked out for my kids to wear. I would never. My kids be wearing Dunks. My kids be wearing ones. My kids be wearing, they might wear some Vans. They might wear some Converses. They be wearing like trending stuff, not the little knickerbocker. Like, it ain't nothing wrong with it, but it's just like y'all are supposed to be whatever, scammers, and I'm supposed to be the broke baby mama, the bitter broke baby mama. That's what I'm supposed to be. But I make my kids dress way better, and I can do more, and I live on my own. I'm not on no assistance or anything. They live with her grandma. They married. They live with her grandma. Oh yeah, and they had one more baby. Yes, so now he has 2 kids with her, and she got 2 kids with somebody else 2, so she got 3 baby daddies total. That ain't my business, okay? That's not my business. I don't care about that. My mama got a lot of baby daddies, so who am I to judge? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Stuff don't be working with these everybody get F boy, okay? So she's my son was like, yeah, you know, he was saying her son's name. I'm not gonna say her kid's name, so I'm gonna say Camden. My son was like, Camden got a new baby brother. Camden got a new baby brother. And I'm like, that's your brother too. He was like, nah, that's not my brother. That's Camden little brother. That's Camden little brother. So I was just like, let me reach out to them and let them know that they need to have a conversation with these children and introduce these new siblings that they have. I feel like that's not my place. I didn't have those extra babies. That's y'all. Those are y'all siblings. That's y'all part of y'all family. So y'all need to introduce these kids to each other to let them know that they're blood related. They just got different moms. You know what I'm saying? They got the same dad but different moms. Let them know how everything works. So I need to sit down and talk to them, because my son Kyrie feels like your son, they feel like y'all kids that y'all made together are not their siblings. So y'all need to explain to them what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I came at them in a really respectful way, just being a concerned parent to another parent, thinking I'm, you know, being helpful. But living with ignorant folks, it just didn't work like that. It was a whole conversation, Lord. It was a whole conversation. They was like, I don't need to talk to my son about nothing. I don't need to talk to my son about nothing. I was like, you do need to sit down and talk to your son, because those are their siblings. Like, y'all need to have that conversation and introduce each other, introduce them to one another, so they can know who is who and how everything works. You can do that. You can do that. I said, I'm not gonna do that, because I'm not part of that. I don't have any dealings. I don't have no dealings with that. I'm not the mom and I'm not the dad. I didn't make those babies. Y'all did. So y'all need to sit down and talk to these kids and let them know, you know, how everything works. I can only do but so much. He don't believe me, so I tried. Believe me, I did. But you need to sit down and have that conversation. I ain't got to do them up then. You don't tell me to do. I'm like, okay, either you do or you don't. I'm just trying to, you know, trying to help y'all out. Or I thought I was being helpful, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. Yeah, and I want to talk to you as well, I want to talk to you as well. And I'm like, talk to me about what? She's like, we could talk. I suggested that we had a conversation without my baby daddy being around, because I felt like he kind of manipulated her brain in a way, or she don't really think for herself, or she don't really think as a normal person when he around. I feel like she couldn't be her wholeheartedly true self. You know what I'm saying? I really want to see what she is without him around, because I feel like I kind of caught that when we was driving in the car on our way for that little co-parenting trip or whatever. And then I started to feel like we could talk on the phone. We ain't got to meet up and all that stuff, because I felt like if it go left, it ain't gonna end well. So let's just talk over the phone. So I was like, let's talk tomorrow night type thing. I was trying to hype myself up for this conversation, because I just felt like anytime I have a conversation with her, she always bringing up old stuff. And I was all the way correct. There's been no change. There's been no progress in the maturity level. So this is how the conversation went. It was like, hello. Hey, yeah, I just wanted to talk to you so we can get on the same page about everything, because I feel like, you know, we not able to really get along with each other because of how everything started. You know, I didn't even know about you. I didn't even know he had a baby on the way. I didn't even know he had all his kids with you, the one that he had pregnant. I didn't know about anything. And I'm just like, why are we still talking about, like, I thought we moved past that. I thought we talked about that in the car on the way for that trip. Like, why are we still talking about that? We need to be talking about a co-parenting schedule or some kind of line of respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to be talking about that. That's old. I don't really care about that. I don't care. Y'all are married. Why are we still talking about old stuff? That's like, what, 4 years ago now? Why are we still talking about that from things from 4 years ago? We need to talk about the future from here on out, like, not the past. I'm just saying, like, I just feel like you know, I understand because you know, your baby daddy is trying, and I just feel like you're not even giving him a chance to try. Like, I have a baby daddy and he don't do nothing for my kids. My daughter doesn't even really like her dad. And, you know, I said, and I feel the same way. I feel the same exact way. I could totally relate with not getting, she like, but he don't even help me financially. He don't even like send no money. He don't do anything. I'm like, and I can totally relate. Like, I can totally feel where you coming from, since I go through the same thing and I got 4 with 1. Thankfully, it's not, you know, multiples. You know what I'm saying? Because I would hate to have to deal with that with multiple people. So I can totally feel your pain. She like, I'm just saying, like, because he be helping you. He be helping you. He sent some shoes over there, and he sent shoes. I'm like, that's not really helping when it comes to the kids being in school, doctor's appointments, hair products, hygiene products, food that I have to buy. I don't get food stamps like that. Like, medical bills, medication that I have to buy, COVID tests that I have to buy constantly because they're always sick or whatever. Like, I don't get no help over here at all. But I'm not coming at y'all. We're not even here to talk about that. We're here to talk about a schedule, co-parenting schedule, and a line of respect. So she like, he do be helping your side. You be sitting there trying to take the kids away. You feel like you can take the kids away at any time, any given time you want to. I said, the only time I take the kids away is when I feel disrespected. And you're not about to teach my kids how to disrespect their mother. That's what you're not about to do. So if I feel any type of disrespected, any type of threatened, where I feel like anxiety kicking in because we do have a history, yes, I'm going to take my kids away out of a toxic situation. I will let it die down so they don't have to see those behaviors. So yes, I will do that for the betterment of my children. I'm just saying, I don't know anything about that. I don't even know anything about, we didn't even know anything about Kamaya. We didn't even know anything about Kamaya. I'm like, what you mean you didn't know nothing about Kamaya? Because when I first started talking to him, I didn't know nothing about you. I didn't know nothing about the baby. I didn't know nothing about none of y'all. I'm like, so why are we still talking about, why do we keep talking about the same stuff over and over again? Like, what the fuck are we talking about right here? So then he grabs the phone. He like, hey man, I ain't asked for none of this to happen. You made all this to happen. I tried to make everything work, and you made all this stuff happen. I don't even understand why we gotta keep going through all this. Every time I look around, it's always something. And you made this happen. You made this happen. I didn't ask for none of this. I didn't ask for none of this. All I did was try to make stuff work with you. I didn't ask for any of this to happen. So I don't even know how we even got to where we at now. I'm like, what are you talking about? Why are you talking? What are you talking about? What are we on the phone for? And I just hang up because what? Like, what are we talking about here? Like, that made me feel like he was talking about our relationship from the past ending, and he didn't want he not happy where he at. I don't have nothing to do with that, sir. You made your goddamn dog bed and you laying in it. You hear me? That's your doings. Like, y'all let me know. Was I tripping? Because that's how I felt. I'm just like, what are we talking about? So then I just said it's best that conversation didn't go really well. Let's just text from here on out. And after that, I didn't want to talk to her no more because I just feel like she feels some kind of guilt about how she got that man. And I feel like she's not happy with what she got because she thought she had got something. Baby, listen, I was playing a game with you. I was finna fight. I was finna fake fight for that man. The little bit that I did, yeah. So you can feel like, ooh, there's something to fight for. If she ain't gonna be going crazy over him for nothing. Oh, he got that. Yeah, no ma'am, I was good and over with and done with. You understand me? He left me in a bad place and I was never coming back. You didn't have nothing to worry about me. You didn't have to worry. She ain't had to worry about me, okay? Like, now I feel like she's not happy. I feel like he's not happy. He thought he had got something because I'm not gonna hold y'all. When he first met her, I did my little research or whatever. Sis was having her own apartment with her sister. When she started messing with him, she had an eviction notice pending. You can see everything online when you run somebody's name. Yes, I did that. Yes, I did. Yeah, because, baby, she was talking about me. Baby, I'm finna find all the tea on you. You're getting evicted. You messing with this dude. He carries evictions on his shoulders, ma'am. As soon as you start messing with him, what you had got? An eviction. So, he comes with those. So they had their own place. Boom, they had to move into another place. And yes, I had found out that address because I was trying to catch them for their child support. Sure was. Baby, you gonna help me. You might not want to, but baby, the state gonna make you when they finally catch your butt. Now, so I had found out about that address, right? Then they got evicted out of there. Then he texted my phone one day. Oh, I'm doing this. He texted my phone one day when I was taking my son to the doctor's office, not asking how the kids are doing. This was when I was homeless, staying with my mama, right? Sleeping on her floor. He texted my phone one day and was like, what's the number for Mr. Paul? Mr. Paul is a man who has houses for cash. All you gotta do is have some money and a job and you can get a house. He don't run credit, no background or none of that. You can get you a house with this man, and if you need it and you stay in Atlanta, I got the number for you. Just DM me on Instagram, okay? Sleeping Beauty. Anywho, yeah, he gonna ask me for the number, so I helped them get a house. Yes, ma'am, I did. I helped y'all get a house. I sure did. You're welcome. But me being broke and homeless, I gave that number. I could have been like, no, I don't have a number, but I'm a good person. So, yeah, I gave the number with no problem. Like, if y'all needed somewhere to live and you taking care of that girl and them kids, yeah, here go the number. I got us. I got me. I got these 4 over here. I'm gonna make sure they straight no matter what. It ain't that much betterment in the world for me to not take care of my kids. Why it take me so long to post these videos because I have to bond with them. I have to do their hair. I have to wash clothes. I have to do everything. You know what I'm saying? It's just one me. I'll be ready to talk to y'all too. I miss y'all too. But yeah, y'all. Like, it just was not going well. So that was that situation. I done went all over the place. So then my baby daddy started texting me, asking me to put my kids in virtual school. He was like, hey, you'll put the kids in the same school my kids over here go to, and you can I'm gonna sign them up under my name or whatever. And I'm just like, you want me to take my kids out of regular school so I can have a hard time? I said I don't have time for that. I work from home. Like, I don't have time to be doing virtual school. That mess was hard when I had to, and I'm not gonna go back. He's like, nah, they can come over here with me and I'll make sure they get their schoolwork done or whatever, and I just bring them back to you every day or whatever. But they gonna have to have it's gonna have to be under my address so that way they can get into the school, because they only can get into school if they know somebody that's in the school type thing. I forgot what the technical term for that is called. But y'all leave it in the comments if y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, so my name not gonna be on anything. He was like, you can get it to where you get like notifications and have your email on there and your phone number on there, but they gotta be under my address or whatever. It didn't sit right with my spirit. Red flag. It didn't sit right with my spirit. So I was just like, alright. I never did that. I wasn't finna go for that. I don't know who the heck he thought I was. But I already know y'all like play them little shiesty games. I'm not going for none of that. Yeah, it was one weekend where my sister was coming up from Michigan. I was just now meeting her for the first time. Yes, child. I'm 28 years old, and I'm just finding out about a sister that was born way before me, back in my dad's college days. Yes, my daddy was cocked open, okay? Giving it out. So I was gonna meet her for the first time or whatever, and she wanted to meet my kids, but that had landed on his weekend. So we had already agreed on these weekends, but I was just asking him, like, can I meet you, or can you come get them in the morning, or not let them stay along another day or whatever? He was like, nah, I ain't going for none of that. Nah, I ain't doing all that. So I was just like, okay, that's fine. So I had to come down because I had got ready. It was late, but I had somewhere to go. I had to be a certain place at a certain time because my dad had ordered some food to the house or whatever. He didn't want it to get there and it be cold by the time I get there. So I'm waiting, and he was doing this every time, y'all, to where it be the day of, he'll tell me a certain time, like I'll be there at 6, and then it get to be that day, and it's 5:45, 6:01. It might be 5:45, and I'll be like, hey, where you at? Are you on your way? Why? I'm coming to get him. And won't tell me where he at or his ETA or anything. And then it'd be 6:03. Man, quit calling my MF phone, bro. You always trying to call somebody. I'm not on your time. And I'm just like, it's called being considerate, because I be making plans. Like, when you come to get them kids, baby, I got plans. I done made plans a whole week in advance. Like, let me know what's up. I felt like it was being inconsiderate or whatever. So he was running late. This man came and picked the kids up. It was like 7 o'clock, and he told me he was gonna be sick when he was coming. So I was running real late or whatever. So I walked the kids down. I'm dressed. I'm ready to go because I'm already running late. Normally I would have got dressed after, you know, I seen him or whatever. So I'm coming down looking like a motherfucking snack. You hear me? Looking good. Body hugging all the right places. He like, man, your dumb ass. Yo dumb ass. Yo dumb ass. Hurry up. Man, what the H the car seat at? Yo dumb ass. You a dumb ass, B. You a dumb ass, B. Man, bring the car seat. And I'm like, who are you? And I just didn't say nothing. I went and I got the car seat and I gave it to him, and I proceeded with my day. Around this time, my child was getting bullied at school. So I guess he asked her how was school. She told him that she had been getting bullied. He asked me, why didn't you tell my baby was getting bullied? I was like, when have I ever told you anything that goes on at school? You don't even call to ask to see how they're doing, so why would I call you and tell you what's going on at school? He was like, man, I'm just saying, why you didn't tell my baby was getting bullied? I said, what were you gonna do? I already talked to the teacher, I already handled it, I already talked to his parents and everything. Man, you should have told my baby to beat him. I said, nah, I shouldn't have, because then she would get expelled, and that's messing up her school history. So I handled it in the proper manner, as I normally would. Man, you should have just called. I said, is there anything else that you want? And I get off the phone, because didn't you just call me a dumb AB, and now you calling me being calm? Like, what the H is wrong with you? And not even apologizing. And then this is the kicker, y'all. I'm on my way to my daddy's house. I'm driving. I'm getting on the highway. He right behind me, getting on the same highway. I'm going towards my daddy's house. He's sitting right, he driving right next to me, looking at my car. He going the same direction I'm going. I get off on my daddy exit. He getting off on my daddy exit. I'm just like, and you mean to tell me you couldn't let my sister meet her nieces and nephews? Like, he is a butthole to me, but I didn't even say anything about it. I left it alone. When I got to my dad's house, my dad was like, man, what the kids that you should let the kids meet? I said, I tried, but you know how he is. He's not going for that. He's like, man, call. Then my stepmom, just call him and see. You know, we maybe have to talk to his wife. You might have to talk to the wife. I said, I'm not talking to that girl about nothing. Like, why I got to talk to her about anything? I said, I'll send a text message for courtesy for y'all. And I'm just going to prove y'all, I'm going to prove y'all what I already know. He's going to say H-nom. So, he was like, man, if you had told me earlier, I would have just, I could have met you by your daddy's house. We was coming over that way anyway. And I'm like, okay, you could have said that when I asked you that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not about to, I'm giving him a limited amount of words, because you don't even deserve a conversation out of me for. I'm just really co-parenting to get my free time. And that's what it is. I'm just getting a babysitter out of you. That's all it was. And I just was like, you know what? I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. Can we FaceTime? Can my sister FaceTime you? Man, I ain't finna FaceTime. I'm not finna FaceTime you. Okay, and I left it like that. I didn't respond after that. I just left it like that, because now I see how you moving.